After walking through water, there was now no water. In Parashat Beshalach, we are told how the Israelites, immediately after the miracle of the parting of the waters of the Red Sea, entered into the wilderness of Sinai. But for 3 long days they had nothing to drink. They complained against their leader Moshe. They questioned why God was doing this to them. They had been looking forward to entering into the promised land, and now they were condemned to living in a wilderness. And then they came to a place called Marah. It was blessed with an abundance of water, but the people couldn't drink the water, because they were bitter. The Maggid of Mezrich explains as follows. Throughout those 3 days, the Israelites were complaining. They were full of bitterness. They were criticizing their leader Moshe. They were asking God why he had brought them into this wilderness. They were looking forward to going into a promised land. And what were they now condemned to? Kimarim heim, because they were bitter, says the Maggid, does not refer to the water, but to the people. It was the people's bitterness which caused them to have a taste of bitterness within the water. It was their attitude which made an impact on what they were drinking and what taste it had. There is a children's story of a bird which flew far and wide in search of fragrant havens and sweet-smelling friends, but wherever it went, it could not discover either. Until another bird pointed out that actually there was some dirt which was stuck underneath the nose of this bird, and that's why wherever it went, everything and everyone had a foul smell. So much depends on our own attitude. There are 2 Hebrew words which have the same lettering, oneg and nega. Oneg is pleasure, nega is a plague. Oneg is ein nun gimel, nega nun gimel ein, the same letters, but the only difference is where the ein is. In oneg, the ein comes before the nun gimel. In nega, it's after the nun gimel, indicating that everything depends on our ayin, on our eyes, how we view a situation. 2 people can experience the identical phenomenon. For one, it is a pleasure. For the other, it is a plague. When we are embittered, everything we see can easily feel to be bitter. This coming Shabbat, the 27th of January, will be Holocaust Memorial Day, the anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. It could be understandable for us justifiably to feel embittered, to feel saddened, to feel miserable, bearing in mind the horrific past of our people during the last century. But this Shabbat will also be called Shabbat Shirah, our Sabbath of song. On this Shabbat, we will sing the Az Yashir Moshe in the Parashat, and the Shirat Dvorah, the Song of Deborah, in the Haftarah. Isn't the Jewish people just uniquely phenomenal? In the wake of so much suffering, we sing songs. We are positively minded. Instead of being negatively disposed, we highlight that which is positive. We don't forget our suffering. We mark it, we remember it, we memorialize it. But at the same time, with a great attitude, we make the best of what we have. Rather than feeling full of bitterness, the world around us becomes sweet. Shabbat Shalom.